Former UFC heavyweight champion Junior Dos Santos fights the Black Beast Derrick Lewis this Saturday at UFC Wichita, and you can watch the entire UFC Wichita event on ESPN+. Don't wait. Sign up for a free trial of ESPN Plus by clicking the link in the description.
Yeah, I think it's frozen enough for me to walk on it. Let's see.
Stop right there. Right there.
Oh, I'm good.
You see the video again?
Oh, I'm good. Oh!
What about Cody? So what's going to be your next fight that you do?
You know what? I mean, I'm going to talk to Dana and those guys today. You know, obviously I want the rematch immediately. I feel like, you know, you look at Garbrandt and got knocked out. He got immediate rematch. Joanna got knocked out, got immediate rematch. Ronda got knocked out, sat out for a million years, got an immediate rematch. So I feel like since I defended my strap, you know, 4 times against the actual #1 contenders and not these super fights, that I should get the rematch immediately. But, you know, we'll see. And if I don't, you know, I've had to grind from the bottom anyway. So if I got to whoop a couple cats, 1 or 2 dudes before I get up there. But I would like the immediate rematch, to be honest.
I think that being champion for 5
I beat
years,
everybody.
Yeah, man.
It's
You
kind
deserve
of hard.
It's
kind of hard to see who I fight. I beat everybody.
The UFC fans are going to want to see the rematch.
He says he'll be back. He wants an immediate rematch. I don't think he's going to get one. I really don't think he's going to get one, unfortunately. You know, like I like Tyron Woodley as a friend and as a work colleague. He's great. I like the guy. But excuse me, I'm sorry. He did go against the grain a few times with the UFC.
Yeah.
So you know, and in these situations, that's going to affect you for sure. You know, I mean, if you're not one of the popular guys on the roster or you've got a bit of a beef with Dana, you know, it's not the smartest thing. So I don't think we're going to see an immediate rematch. He said afterwards at the post-fight press conference, his body of work deserves one. And whilst that is an argument, you could say, well, hold on, that was his 5th title defense. I guess the counter to that would be, if I was the UFC, I would say, well, hold on a minute. It wasn't a first-round knockout. You didn't get caught by a shot. It was a systematic
It wasn't close
5
even.
rounds.
And it wasn't exciting.
Close. And people have seen the fight now. They saw it unravel for 25 minutes.
The reality is...
so there's no need for it. You know, like sometimes, like Jon Jones, she was the dominant champion. Rose Namajunas knocked her out inside the first round. It's like, all right, let's give this one a rematch because A, it was exciting. Joanna deserves it, being a stalemate of the company and a dominant champion. And it was exciting. Nobody wants to buy that rematch again, unfortunately. I'm not trying to take a shit on Tyron Woodley. I love the guy. I think he's awesome.
It's not even his fault, really. I mean, well, I shouldn't say it's not his fault. It's 2 men that are fighting, but Kamaru dictated the fight and dictated what happened in that fight. So if you're blaming anybody on it being, quote-unquote, a boring fight, it's Kamaru. He did what he had to do to take that title, so I'm not even knocking him for that, but it is what it is.
Everyone got the update on my arm. I did fracture it again. Obviously, we already knew that. Healing time, it sounds like it's going to be 4 to 6 weeks. So it's just a fracture right at the site of my screw. My arm is like crazy swollen still. So we're just kind of waiting for the swelling to go down. Gonna re-x-ray it in a month, and I think I will be good to go. And what that means is I have to take a month off of contact. So 1 month off of not using it. And then after that month is over, I can sign a fight contract and get right into a fight camp because I feel good, okay? Tell them what else we did tonight. We had an awesome little appearance at Twin Peaks.
Yep.
It was really fun. We had a great time. We are in our hotel room now because we are early bedders, which this is actually way past our bedtime, especially.
What I do like about Diego, and this again comes with experience, you watch some of his other fights when he fought Joe Stevenson, and they're having like a shitty boxing match. And I'm not shitting on him. I really love Diego. But his stand-up, he didn't have the heaviest of hands. No. I mean, he caught Joe Riggs that time, but, you know, he's got a decent left kick. He's got a nice knees that come up that I think he caught Mickey with also. But he's not a heavy-handed guy. He's a durable guy, but when he plays to his strength, with his jiu-jitsu, his wrestling and jiu-jitsu, his ground and pound is fucking brutal. His jiu-jitsu for mixed martial arts is excellent. Yeah. So, I mean, that's when this is Diego. He even said it. This is Diego Sanchez that won the Ultimate Fighter back in the day. And that's the one that we know and love, and that's the most dangerous version of Diego.
Any part of you wish you would have just taken the DQ?
No, not at all. I mean,
okay.
That's just who I am, man. It definitely was a hard knee, and there was a kick right before that. But I was able to get up, and that's all I need. You know, I mean, what kind of man would I be? If, you know, I've been telling these people, I've been telling the media, and I've been telling fans, and I've been telling everyone for all these years. And now all of a sudden people are listening, you know, like the last 9 or 10 months, now people are listening. But I haven't changed what I said, that I never was in this for money. I've never been in this for fame. I was never in this to be famous or be the cool guy. Like, that's never, I'm in it for a world championship. And had I stayed down, I wouldn't have felt like the world champion. And I don't want to be, you know, it's really easy to say those things. And then when it comes down to making a decision, whether it's financially based or champion or career based or whatever, it'd be real easy to say those things and get everyone all hype and make people think you're a badass. And then when it comes down to it, you do what's best for you. And that's just not me, you know what I mean? And it's just not who I am. And I would have never been able to live with myself. And it never even entered my mind. You know, to me, it's funny that people look at it and say, well, he made such a good decision to be a noble man and continue. I never even considered it. You know, I was actually more angry at the 3 minutes before the knee because the knee happened. So I know that doesn't make any sense, but I spent about 3 minutes on the bottom, 2.5 minutes, 2:45 something on the bottom, trying to work my way to my feet without taking a knee. So like everyone looked like I was mad at Jon because he kneed me. It wasn't actually the knee that pissed me off. It was the fact that I was stuck on the bottom for 3 minutes trying to figure out how to get up without taking a knee, and I took one anyways. So then I was mad at myself, like, well, why were you such a pussy? Just get up and take it because you took it anyways. So that's what I was mad about. I was mad at myself. Like, you look, you know, this is what happens. You try to avoid the knee and you take it anyways. That's what you get. Like, you should have just stood up and taken it.
Who's going to get tired first? Oh, my goodness. Huge left. Goodness gracious, what a fight.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Crazy decision by Cody Garbrandt.
It's a bad thing. This guy's emotions are going to kill him at this point because he can't control them. And that was definitely a winnable fight for him, but he chose to just throw caution to the wind at a time where he probably could have picked them apart if he was just a little calmer, because he's got the power to do that and the technique. But man, you could, I mean, one of the things you could try is to get them emotional and then just make them relax right away.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, like almost like, you almost get in a car accident and your heart's beating, like jump out of the car and shadow box. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be able to tone it down. How? I mean, I could come up with some stuff, whether it would work or not, I don't know, but it's got to be something like that, where as soon as you hit that code red, you're able to pull it back and, start breathing again and then refocus. So I don't know, man, because that's a guy now that he's in a weird position because his chin is not going to hold up like that much longer. It's not holding up now, and he's getting hit with big shots. He's not getting hit, he's not getting tapped. So I don't know, but it's definitely a case of where his emotions are just killing him at this point. And he's a good guy, but somebody's got to jump in there and I'm going to say like a sports psychologist is where he's heading. That would be the only thing to do, is to try to get him to realize when he goes into that code red, focus and just, be able to act calmly.
I mean, I'm going to talk to Dana and those guys today. Obviously I want the rematch immediately. I feel like, you look at Garbrandt got knocked out. He got an immediate rematch. Joanna got knocked out, got an immediate rematch. Ronda got knocked out, sat out for a million years, got an immediate rematch. Since I defended my strap, 4 times against the actual number one contenders and not these super fights, that I should get the rematch immediately.
He's fully